Hey, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. And on today's episode, well, it does happen, right? This is a red week. I'm going to show you here how I ended up on this past week. Today is Friday. It's a holiday in the US, so not trading today. And just wanted to show you how I finish this week in red. Okay, this is part of trading. Okay, I always try to explain, my team, my students, that no matter what, if you had a red day, a red week, a red month, because that could also happen. That will happen eventually. Not lying right here, because eventually you're gonna have red days, you're gonna have red weeks, and even red months. So it's just a matter of time. Okay, I'm not trying to be negative right here, but this is the reality. Okay, these are the things that sort of brings you down to earth. Like, especially for me, every time I have lost this, I've been actually trading for the past month or so, very small, very small. I'm not trying to aim something big, but I'm trying right now. I'm just trying to go just very small, using very small lot size, because the conditions of the markets are very volatile and they're not respecting that much, to be honest. So every time I have a loss, it's important. I explain to my students that every time you guys have a loss, to keep track of your trades, okay? Because that way you will remember. Sometimes we have so many trades we take, right? That you won't be able to remember, right? What did you do wrong? What happened this day? Why did I lose this week? Why this week was so incredibly red, right? So tracking these things, it will help you identify even which weeks or what weeks are the best for you. For example, NFP. We're having NFP this week, this upcoming week on Friday. So you can see how the week was, right, before the NFP, before the Friday, right? So this way, eventually, next month you will try to see, you can do this for a couple of months, 5, 4, 6 months, and you will realize, you will see what happens every time NFP comes out, how the week reacts. Is it a good week to trade? Is it bad? How many times that happened, right? So that way you will have an idea if it's actually a good week to trade. Would you be risking more? Would you be risking less? That's normally what we are trying to aim for, right? So understanding. Okay, this week I ended up actually in the red, losing $537. Maybe for some of you watching this, probably is not much. For me, it's a lot. I live in a country where, you know normally the minimum wage is very low, but for me, I trade small. I have days where I actually make $1,000, $2,000 in a day, in one single day. That for me is huge, and that, believe, it's a blessing. But right now, these are the things that also again brings me down to earth. It keeps me humble. It keeps me again. This When I see this, it's not that the next upcoming week I want to go into revenge and just trying to recover my money. No, I just want to go through the trades. I keep track of I take screenshots right here, where I can see what trades I took. Why did I took this trade? Why did I jump? Why in hell I took actually this particular trade? And this is actually right here. I was thinking about a total soup right here. I did enter sort of aggressive. I didn't have any change in state of delivery or change of character. Price displacing to the upside. I did not have anything of that. I was just trying to get on a buy based off of a recent sweep and an SMT divergence that I was seeing also on US 30, between US 30 and Nasdaq. So taking this entry was probably stupid. That was a mistake. I made a couple of mistakes this week, especially with that aggressive sell uh, type of position. But right here, we can see this was actually a good setup. This is the displacement that we normally look for it. Price did end up, I believe, reaching the highs, but after getting me out on break even on this one. So let's keep looking for some other setups. This was also a good one, although it was kind of choppy in the morning. But we're seeing that the price was rejecting this 1 hour fair value gap. PDO rate was also sweeping an old low, and it was starting to have displacement. Price came back to a couple of times in this area. This setup, I don't remember exactly on this one, but I don't think this one reached TP. And this is what is happening. This is why I'm actually risking very small, because Nasdaq and S&P 500 is being kind of on the 5 minute time frame and above. It's been very difficult to hit TPs. On the 1 minute time frame, probably lower. Yeah, it's more. How can I say? It's more probable, right? But from the 5 minute time frame and above, whatever TP you're trying to set, most of the times will may reach halfway up, but then it will retrace back down. So this is why it's been kind of disrespectful. I've been trying to risk small. Right here again, you see, in this one in particular, I did not see much of a displacement to the upside. I was more of a intuition and entering again after the liquidity sweep right here, and the price was tapping for a second time into an order block on higher time frame. So, but I did not get all my confluences. Again, this type of trades this week, I feel that I violated most of my rules. This ugly trade right here. Now I know I have a couple of confluences, right, which was the S&T formation I was seeing also on S&P 500. I was going by that time below, a little bit below midnight and below 8:30. So I was looking for an immediate reaction to the upside. This was actually kind of like a total soup in here, but very, very aggressive. I don't like at all. I don't like the total soup setups from ICT, because they are very aggressive. You don't have that many confluences. So that's one thing I'm going to be removing completely off my uh, trading plan completely. Believe it. So right here, well, we did sweep this time. Again, you see, this was actually after. You see, I was stopped out twice right here. The first entry I did this morning, that morning right there, price actually got me out. Then price started showing a little bit more structure. Then we did this place to the upside. So it was a trap. The price was still strongly bearish. And I did take the position again, and I got stopped out. So strongly bearish right there. This one was just a pay to watch. I told my team, okay, I'm just going to get in here. I lost like $13 on this one, so I don't mind on this one. But we did have just a little displacement to the downside, reacting to a fair value gap on higher time frame, kind of PDO rate right there. And I was trying to see if we were going to get into, after this move, a little fair value gap right here. I wanted to see if this was going to be respected and probably drop. But no, this was before 9:30. This was before New York Stock Exchange opening. So that was a little paid to watch. I lost like $13 on that one. That's fine. Um, this was actually on gold. I was actually seeing this thing kind of dropping in this little accumulation that we had right here. But anyways, this was another type of trade I took, ended up losing. So you see, this one hurt me the most. I was very convinced on this one that price would actually going to skyrocket, or not skyrocket, but I mean reach this high. To be honest, this right here, this distance was not that much. Like we did not have like, I think it was like, I don't know, 50, 60 pips or something like that. And this was on Thursday, right? This is before um, the holiday, which was today, right? So market chopped the entire day. You can see right here on a 50-minute time. Look at this accumulation. Pretty much, it did not go anywhere. And I did ended up actually seeing this supply the supply zone, I was thinking, oh man, we're probably gonna go to the downside. But on the daily time frame, I was actually more bullish. So I was kind of expecting this price to break. I know you might be wondering what the hell is he doing with these channels, but yeah, kind of marking up these channels again. I like to have fun since we've been having a lot of crazy things going on. So, anyways, you see price chopped off and did not do anything. So, anyways, I want you guys to see, and I want you to take this as probably as an advice from someone who has had wins and losses. You will win, you will be losing as well. Okay, in trading, you need to have a very good plan. Okay, to be trading, to be able to trade, and to be consistent, to be profitable. It takes time. It takes experience. Um, Time has told me that I need to go easy. I need to go kind of humble. All right. I get the feeling inside, I do get the feeling inside that if I know I would have more, if I would think a bit more greedy, if I would add more into my positions. Maybe the way I'm trading is not for everybody because I don't risk much. I I try to protect my capital as much as I can. Um, it's not like these things that you see on Instagram, everybody posting, just Lamborghinis and everything, and that they're trying to sell that, and that's bringing more people to purchase their thing and everything. So, I normally don't share money. I don't share profits. I don't like sharing profits. Um, I feel like profits will create some sort of hate, even if it's just a small amount for you. For somebody else, it may be the whole world. I have followers from all over the world right now. I have followers from a lot of countries, and I have students. They have very low type of incomes from South Africa, right? So, for example, one of the countries that is struggling a lot. Here, personally, in my country, there's a lot of people that are struggling as well, with this minimum wages. So, just if I show profits, if I throw the money in their faces, for some may look like motivational, but from others they would feel like hate, or they would feel suppressed and or depressed, like how come I've been trading for 3 4 years and I'm still not making any freaking money. So I try not to do that. If you go on my Instagram, try to always just post setups. That's basically it. I don't like flashing stuff. So this is, I'm kind of a slow trader. I don't show off. I don't think I will ever be showing off. If I post something, probably a little here and there, is because I feel happy or blessed that I was at some point, I was in some type of level, very low level, and now I'm getting something else. So anyways, guys, you will have losing streaks, you will have losing weeks, you have a month again, losing, but it's all part of the game. If you look at it, this profits right here, this is the total. This is calculating the total of this week and this, like, this is currently this week and this is the past week. Okay, so you see, look at the calculation. I don't care about the winning rate. I don't care about the winning rate. It's not my thing. In overall, those who say that you have a strategy which is 90% accurate or 80% accurate, that is probably bullshit. To be honest, that is probably bullshit. You don't need to have a strategy that works 80% or 90% of the time. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. How many times did I win in 2 weeks? Just do the calculation right here. In 2 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins. 9 wins in 2 weeks, right? How many losses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I had 13 losses. Do the calculation yourself. 13 losses and 9 wins. How come am I still able to be in profits? This is I'm just measuring right here. This is just from this week, but as I mentioned, click in here. It's just the measurement of this whole, you see, this whole line right here. So adding up in taking off the losing trades, right? That's the total in overall for 2 weeks. I had 13 losses and 9 wins. How come I'm still able to manage to be in profit, in profits? You see? So I don't care about the winning rate. I don't care. It could be 50-50, man. 50-50. The strategy. Risk management is key. Psychology is key. Knowing when to enter is key. Everything, you have a lot of things that are actually key. You cannot just dominate one thing. you have to you have to have a balance of everything. Knowing when to enter, have a good plan. Knowing exactly when to enter, when to get out. If you see the price is just, you know, doesn't look right, if it's not displacing your direction, probably in the wrong bias. So it's there's a lot of things. It's not just one thing that you can control. You can control your psychology, but probably you're struggling with the actual technical analysis, or a little bit of fundamentals. It's also important here and there, not necessarily all the time, but here and there it's important. So yeah, I just hope it makes sense, guys. I wanted to show you this thing, that this is the reality. You will have wins, you will have losses, you have winning streaks. It's part of the game, and don't let your losing weeks define you. You know, so just simply get stronger, experience, practice. A lot of back testing during the weekend. You see what happened, mistakes I made. For example, this week I had a couple of mistakes that I probably will be deleting completely off of my mind and my plan. So yeah, that's the story, guys. Thanks probably for watching. If you're watching until this very moment, just give it a big thumbs up. It motivates me to keep posting content for you guys. This last month or so, indices has been very, very messed up. They've been giving actually sometimes really good setups during London, but New York session, it ends up being very either aggressive selling like it did here. Like, you don't want to type of guess the drop. You want to have a plan to enter on that type of drop. But anyways, that's going to be probably for another video. So thanks for watching. Just make sure to leave it a big thumbs up. It motivates me to keep posting content for you guys often, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.